hello there.
Man, it looks like we're going stone cold Steve Austin with this lost title, ladies and gentlemen, because we are now up to episode 6 of season 5, titled 316. Austin 316, ladies and gentlemen. No, just 316. What's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here in Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shitty shot. And the reason I am laughing is because I am thinking to what Eloise said at the end of last episode in terms of like, let's getting started. And the comments saying, this is where Lost truly begins. This is where the show really starts. And we're in season 5, episode 6. It has been an amazing roller coaster watching this series for the first time. And we are far from done. So let's get into the reaction. Let's have some fun with this thing. And as always, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. Ooh, extreme close-up shot with the eye. We haven't done that for a while. Jack Shepherd. Back. There's got to be a dream, right? Waking back up on the island like this. Flashback to the pilot episode with this. Maybe it's a flash forward. Like, we finally got back. I believe his hair was shorter in the pilot episode. And I think his attire wasn't as clean. Oh, okay. What did the note say again? I don't read. Oh, I can't read running writing too well, man. I don't know what that says. I can't read running writing. I'm serious. I'm an actual flop. Yeah, he just Superman dived into there. Jack hasn't said Hurley yet. He hasn't said Hurley, I got you or anything. Does he know him? Oh, okay. It really happened as in we got back really happened? Like it worked? Okay, this is interesting.
Jack, are you okay? Are we?
Yeah.
We're back.
Okay, okay.
What happened?
We need to lock the F 46 hours earlier. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm so hyped. This is where Lost really begins, okay, man? Okay?
All right, let's get started.
Okay, so it seems like Jack, Hurley, and Kate are nowhere to be seen, but they're the ones that are back on the island. So how are these 46 hours going to play out? That's so interesting. How do we get here moment? Desmond, deliver the message and dip, bro. Please. Man, I love the nostalgic feel to this show. I don't know why I've said it now in season 5, but I just love the nostalgic feel to it. Is that a different Dharma logo right there? What Dharma logo is that? Is that a rocket up someone's ass? What the heck? This is the Earth Dharma station right here. This is the LA branch of Dharma.
This is how they found the island.
Damn. Cut to the extreme wide overhead long shot. Love it, love it. Of the world map. Okay, this is how Dharma found the island. I'm just going back to the island.
What is this
Not to the island.
The Dharma Initiative
I can't help myself.
called it the lamp.
I just want to go back to that overhead shot right there.
This is how they found the island.
I feel like there might be some Easter eggs. So all these coordinates here. Okay. There's Australia. And are the other sort of like axes and stars those pockets of energy around the Earth? Like that's where those pockets are. I don't think it is, because there is one in there's one in Central Australia, right? From that episode where we finally got the explanation as to what the island was when Bernard visited that guy in Central Australia. There is no sort of like chalkboard marks. Maybe it's like a form of trial and error trying to locate the island itself, because there isn't. I don't think it's the pockets of energy, because there should be one on Central Australia, right? Oh, Easter eggs, man! I love it.
Did you know about this place?
No. No, I didn't.
Is he telling the truth?
Probably not.
I was like about to say. I don't know. There's some visual curiosity on Ben right here that makes me think he didn't really know about it.
All right, I apologize if this is confusing, but let's pay attention.
She's
yes?
talking to the viewers right now.
The room we're standing in was constructed years ago over a unique pocket of electromagnetic energy. That energy connects to similar pockets all over the world.
Okay.
The people who built this room, however, were only interested in one.
The island.
Yes.
Here's our
They'd
teaching
gathered
lesson.
proof that it existed. They knew it was out there somewhere, but they just couldn't find it. That they should stop looking for where the island was supposed to be and start looking for where it was going to be.
So predict where it was going to move in
What do you
time?
mean, where it was going to be?
Where are we?
This fellow presumed, and correctly, as
When
it
are
turned
we?
out, that the island was always moving, with a high degree of probability where it is going to be at a certain point in time.
Wait, hold on a sec. So if it's always moving,
Windows, as it were, that while open, provide a route back. Unfortunately, these windows don't stay open for very long.
does that mean it moved at the end of season 2 when
Yours closes in 36 hours.
Desmond
I'm
pressed
sorry,
the button
excuse
in the
me.
hatch? Or sorry, turned the key in the hatch?
Am I really hearing this? That's what this is about. You're all going back to the island willingly?
Thank you.
Why are you here, Desmond?
Bro, just deliver the DM and dip.
I came here to deliver a message. Daniel Faraday, your son, sent me here. He wanted me to tell you that he and all the people on the island need your help. He said that only you could help him. He didn't say Jack. He didn't say Son. He didn't say Ben. He said you.
But I am helping, dear.
Consider the message delivered.
Bro, listen, if it was 20 years later, he could have delivered this message
I'm
on
sorry to have
WhatsApp.
to tell you this, Desmond, but the island isn't done with you yet.
Ah!
This
Allah!
woman cost me 4 years of my life. 4 years that I'll never get back because you told me that I was supposed to go to that island. That it was my bloody purpose. You listen to me, brother. And you listen carefully.
I love Desmond's attitude.
These people, they're just using us. They're playing some kind of game and we are just the pieces. Whatever she tells you to do, ignore it.
Can Desmond at least get out of here, please?
You say the island's not done with me.
Well, I'm done with it.
Well, I'm done with you.
Yeah, that's it, my guy. Deliver the WWE promo to her. Whoop her candy ass. Walk out, baby. That's it. Close the show. It's done.
The binder in your hands shows all the air routes that fly over the coordinates where I believe the island will be.
I think Jack's in
little
too
more
deep, though.
than a day from now.
And we know he ends up back on the island
It's a
anyway.
commercial airliner flying from LA to Guam that's going to go right through our window. Jira Airways, Flight 316. If you have any hope of the island bringing you back, it must be that plane.
That's crazy.
You all need to be on it.
The
It
son,
must be that flight.
Ben, and
You need to recreate as best you can the circumstances that brought you there in the first place.
that's crazy.
That means as many of the same people as you are able to bring with you.
And what if we can't get anyone else to come with us? What if we're it?
All I can tell you is the result would be unpredictable.
So that's it. We just get on that flight and we just hope that it works. That's all.
No, that's not all, Jack.
Don't tell me you gotta crash the plane.
At least, not for you.
Oh, okay. This woman is like the female Dumbledore. Like literally, you know, like I'm reading Order of the Phoenix at the moment, and like Dumbledore is not really straightforward in Order of the Phoenix. This is my second time reading it. With Harry, a lot of the time, he tends to ghost him. This is the woman drip feeding that information to him, man. It's absolutely insane. Okay, we just got expose dumped at the moment, and I'm just trying to figure out, because at the beginning of the episode, obviously we had Kate, Hurley. Everything's going to be explained, obviously, in due course. Not a sight of Ben or Son, you know, or Saeed on the island, and they could have basically landed anywhere. Does that mean the similar circumstances, this is just me predicting, does that mean there's going to be a whole new crew of survivors from that plane? Because they're not going to be the only ones on that plane. And I thought, you know, 3:16 before the episode was a biblical reference. That's what I thought it was, John 3:16. I think the verse has something to do with God granting his son and his believers and those who believed in him, you know, everlasting life, eternal life. And I thought it was a reference possibly to John Locke and him being the leader or the chosen one, and his followers and those who believe in him on the island are granted everlasting life. Or like, you know, similar to, like, you know, we've seen Christian be able to manifest himself. We've seen Walt being able to manifest, or we've seen those who have passed away being able to manifest themselves back home. And maybe John's the key to that everlasting life. If you follow him, if you do what he, yeah, you get what I mean. It could be a double meaning, but there we go. It's flight 316 now, not flight 815. But flight 316 is the new flight.
Come on in.
They're not done with Desmond, but at least Desmond's done with them.
Heard what they needed to hear, and this does not concern them.
This is a need to know basis.
Oh, here we are.
Jack Shepherd.
What's this?
It's John Locke's suicide note. Obituaries don't see fit to mention when people hang themselves, Jack.
There's the explanation for Jeremy's
Why would
death.
he kill himself?
There are many reasons, I'm sure, but the only one that matters is this. He is going to help you get back. John is going to be a proxy, a substitute.
A substitute for who?
Jack.
Who do you think? You need to, as best you can, recreate the conditions of the original flight. Which is why you need to give John something of your father's.
Is gone. My father has been dead for 3 years. You want me to... And to give it to Locke. He's in a coffin. This is ridiculous.
Oh, stop thinking how ridiculous it is. And start asking yourself whether or not you believe it's going to work. That's why it's called a leap of faith, Jack.
I'm not gonna lie, Eloise does know how to deliver her lines. And this guy, I wonder if Loki in the MCU was heavily influenced by the character of Ben Linus.
When he refused to acknowledge the resurrection, he just couldn't wrap his mind around it. The story goes that he needed to touch Jesus' wounds to be convinced.
Yep.
So was he? Of course he was. We're all convinced sooner or later, Jack.
I love the biblical analogies. We all.
Where are you going?
Oh, I made a promise to an old friend of mine. Just a loose end that needs tying up. See you at the airport, Jack.
Ben is nailed on going on that flight. I love it. Ben's like, he's keen, man. He's keen. He's ready for this holiday. He's ready to go back. Ben built for it. It touched to believe. I feel like that's, you know, man of science, man of faith again. Oh, he at the bar again. There's always a blonde woman.
Hello. Yeah, this is him.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is my pretty cat, Rabbit.
Does the rabbit have a number 8 on it?
Want to tell me why you took off this time, Ray?
Do I really need to answer that?
Will you at least tell me where the bus was headed?
Doesn't matter. Anywhere I go is somewhere better than here.
The bus hit Juliet's ex. Who's this Ray brother?
I'm gonna help you unpack, Granddad.
Grandpa. He looked the same age as
So how are you,
Christian.
kiddo? You seeing anyone special?
Ain't no way.
Whatever happened to the girl you brought by with you that time? The pretty one with all the freckles. What was her name?
We're not together anymore.
Oh,
He looks familiar, this
Well.
actor, by the way.
look at the bright side. More time to come visit me.
But ain't no way
I'd
that's
love
his
to,
granddad,
I
bro.
really would. But
Unless he had Christian when he was
I
like
think it might be
10 or something.
going away for a while.
Christian shoes. Christian shoes. That's something of his dad's.
Are these yours, Granddad?
No. Those were your father's.
These shoes. Can I take them?
Be my guest.
There is so much information being dumped on us so quickly here, and I love it. But at the same time, it could get confusing. Because I have so many questions at the moment with how, obviously, Kate and Hugo wind up on the island. Especially with Kate leaving, you know, Aaron like that. With her being adamant that that wasn't going to be the case. Even Sun, too, leaving her daughter, potentially, if she does end up on the island. Like, who's going to look after Aaron if Kate's on the island? Because Claire's mom doesn't know about him. So, is that Kate? She just happened to wind up on...
Kate. What are you doing here?
Are you still going back to the island?
Did they take Aaron away?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I am.
Then I'm going with you.
Kate. What happened? Where's Aaron?
Don't ask questions.
I'm going to ask questions.
If you want me to go with you, you'll never ask me that question again.
Oh,
You'll never ask me about Aaron. Do you understand, Jack?
what the fudge happened? I'm going to ask that
Yes.
question. And Kate, you can't do nothing about it to me.
Thank you.
Unless Ben visited an old friend and... Yeah, I'm going to have makeup sex with Jack when my son is gone. That works. It's all, you know, sunshine and roses, I guess, now.
Still like milk and 2 sugars.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, it will be explained with flashbacks, but that's interesting. For the time being, I'm itching to know what happened with Aaron and Kate.
Those don't make much sense for the island. You might want to consider hiking boots.
He went from like 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, what's up? Is everything all right?
Listen, we don't have much time. I've been sidetracked.
What?
And I need you to pick up Locke's body and take it to the airport. The coffin is at Simon's Butcher Shop, corner of Grand and Hayes.
Why? What's happened to you?
Just do it, please.
What loose end was this brother trying to tie up, man? To have a coffin like that just lying around at the back of a butchery, that's just eerie, man.
Wherever you are, John, you must be laughing your ass off. Actually doing this.
Did John actually hang himself? Because I didn't see any bruising
This-
around his neck, unless it's covered by the collar, but...
This is even crazier than you are.
Yo, he in a different time and place at the moment.
And yeah, you can have that back.
No, you have
I've
to.
already heard everything you had to say, John.
No, read the suicide note.
You wanted me to go back? I'm going back.
Read the note, please. It could have some valuable information. That could come back to bite you in the ass, man. You had your... No.
Rest in peace.
The acting this episode has been superb. Like, the line delivery is
Mr.
been
Shepard, if you just
on
bear with
point.
me. The reason for transporting Mr. Bentham to Guam?
These were his wishes. He wanted to be buried there.
Who will be the recipient of the deceased upon arrival? Is there a funeral home or...
That's me. Me. I'll be escorting the body.
And your relation to the deceased?
He was a friend.
Do you understand, Mr. Shepard?
Why is she in incognito mode?
Yes, I understand.
Please.
I guess she doesn't want to be recognized as maybe one of the Oceanic Six.
I'm sorry you lost your friend. Thank you.
Okay, now that's even more shady. Well, this guy's going to be a prominent character for a little bit.
There's even a chance that Chin is alive. I have to be on that plane.
Damn. They done got Saeed.
Boarding announcement for Jira Airways Flight 316 with service to Honolulu and Guam departing from Gate 15. For those of you on the
Gate
standby
15.
list, we'll have plenty of seats available.
Oh, no, sir. You don't need to worry. There are 78 seats open.
No. I bought those seats. All 78 of them. I'm Hugo Reyes. They're not open their mind. Check and see.
Bro wanted no one on the plane by himself.
Yes, I see that. So these people just want to get to their destination. Why would you not want them to be able to travel?
It doesn't matter why. They can take the next plane.
Harley. What are you doing here? How did you know about the...
All that matters that I'm here, right?
Ben must have done some juju at night, man.
I'm glad that you're here, man.
He must have done some overnight work. So I'm guessing it's just going to be them on the plane. Because Hurley bought out all the tickets. Besides...
Okay, then.
After you.
It would all be... There's going to be the night of flashback coming up soon. For, you know, before they got on the plane.
Welcome to Jira Air. Thank you, sir. Row 8 on your left.
Row 8? Really?
Welcome aboard.
Row 8, seat 4.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay, so this is interesting. I really want to go back and revisit season 1 and rewatch those flashback scenes of Jack going on the plane, and seeing, for instance, Kate with, you know, those sort of POV shots on the plane and seeing where characters were positioned with one another and having those like connections or having those looks, those glances. And Saeed's sort of like in the Kate position now as the fugitive. And, you know, the genders are reversed with the marshal and female police officer now.
You made it.
Yeah. I made it.
It's so eerie seeing them on a plane again. Yep, we got the guy in the winter fur coat as well. Maybe he's going to intentionally down the plane. I don't know.
That should be everybody.
Hold up, wait, please.
Oh, he made
For
it.
not closing it.
Wait! What's he doing here?
Early.
No, he can't come!
If you want to get back, this is how it's going to have to be.
No one told me he was going to be here.
Who told you?
Oh, so
to
it
be
wasn't
here,
Ben
Hugo?
then. It wasn't Ben.
Is everything okay?
Yes. Yes, everything's fine. Right?
Yes, Jack, I'll be fine.
Are you Jack Shepard, Seat 8C?
Hey,
Yes.
really? Seat 8C?
Security found this while screening your cargo. Now,
Okay.
if you two don't mind taking your seats, we are going to be
Yeah.
pushing back.
So it's intentionally coming back to him. Security found this while screening your cargo. Like,
What's
he
that,
must
Jack?
read it. Like,
Nothing.
everything about this seems all staged. Even the attendance, everything. Okay.
The other people on this plane, what's gonna happen?
Okay, so there are other people on this plane.
Who cares?
What? I care. Everything about this seems so off. Ajira, like the whole atmosphere surrounding getting back to the island here in terms of like this flight itself, it seems so off, and I love that. I feel like that's intentional for the vibe to completely feel so off. Saeed hasn't said a word. I mean, Hurley turned himself in, right? I'm surprised there's a tiger over the Ajira Airways logo, and it's not a polar bear.
You don't think it means something that somehow
Yeah.
we're all packed together?
Someone paid him a visit, or the universe course corrected itself. It all aligned.
together.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ajira Air. This is your captain, Frank J. Lapidus. And on behalf of the entire flight crew, welcome. We're right on schedule.
No way.
30,000 feet. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Excuse me, man.
Mr. Shepard, can I help you?
I need to see the
I need
pilot.
to talk to the pilot.
But you just have to go sit down because you can't be near the cockpit door when it's open.
Sure, I understand.
Frank J. Lapidus. Frank just cruising, man. He going through the motions in life. Told you the vibe of this is so off.
Well, hello, Doc. Small world.
I like him with the beard.
What are you doing going to Guam?
What are you doing here, Frank?
I picked this gig up about 8 months ago. Fly
8
spot
months.
all the time. Sometimes I take the big birds into Delhi. Yes. That's Saeed.
So in the 3 years that they've been off the island, I'm guessing, yeah, Lapidus has been working his way up to become a, proper pilot. And he just so happened to end up here on this same flight. And he's going to recognize who's on this. He's going to think like, what are you guys doing?
We're not going to Guam, are we?
Ah, man, he's so chill about it. He's like, I've accepted what's going to happen. Effort.
How can you read? My mother taught me.
Okay, that's a straight up lie. Bro's joking and lying.
I can read, Jack, because it beats what you're doing.
What's that?
How can you
Waiting
read?
for something to happen.
And what is gonna happen?
Born to lie.
You tell me, Jack, you're the one that got to stay after school with Miss Hawking.
Did you know that Locke killed himself?
No, I didn't.
I'm struggling. My mom taught me to read, but I still can't read Ben Linus
We
sometimes.
found this stuffed in his pocket. I've been trying to get rid of it, but it's like it's following me. I know it sounds crazy, but it feels like John needs me to read it.
Just read it, please.
Why don't you then?
We're not going to Guam, are we? That's stuck with me.
Is it because you're afraid?
Afraid of what?
Afraid that he blames you? That it's your fault he killed himself?
Was it my fault?
No, Jack, it wasn't your fault.
Gotta read it, man. Or Is the piece of paper he landed with on the island from the suicide note? Jack, I wish you... That's all he said? Jack, I wish you had believed me. Interesting. J.O. Damn. I told you so. And here we go again.
Fasten your seatbelt, ma'am. Sir, please put on your seatbelt. Seatbelt, please.
Okay, it seems like this character might be New Edition, the other guy. There's the Flash. So we're just gonna kill the flight attendant and all the other passengers in the other compartment of the plane? I wish, sorry, it said. My bad. Yeet! I'm a bit confused because I'm not entirely like fine with all those innocent people possibly dying on this plane crash here. And them being okay with it. Jack didn't ask the question until he was on the plane, and only Hurley seemed to care about it by trying to buy as many seats as possible. Why couldn't they take their own sort of... I know they had to go over those specific, like, go on that specific flight trajectory over that, you know, specific, you know, that bearing or those coordinates. But with Ben's resources and stuff like that, why couldn't they have just possibly found a way to cancel this flight and take their own private charter over those specific coordinates? Like, did it have to be Flight 316? Did it have to be this airline? I don't get that. Why couldn't they have, you know, like I said, found a way to cancel this flight and, you know, save the lives of all those innocent people and, you know, fly in that window with their own private charter? Or why, yeah, like that, yeah, I'm just a bit confused because they did, none of them asked about the lives of those innocent people until, you know, Jack mentioned it on the plane, and Hurley obviously tried to buy as many seats as possible. It seemed like they were a-okay with all those people being put in danger and thrown into like this time loop or getting back on the island potentially. Like, are all those people just dead? But there could be some surviving extras. I guess we're gonna find out. But yeah, I just found it so weird that a lot of the maybe it will be explained. But I just found it so weird that they were all okay with all those innocent passengers possibly dying on board. And, you know, Kate sort of switching her stance straight away with Aaron. Maybe they, you know, gave Aaron to Claire's mum and wrote a note or a letter explaining what happened, potentially. But yeah, I'm interested to see how Sayid came to be on the plane in that way. It's sort of like a mini season 1 all over again, sort of in the middle of season 5. We're gonna get that sort of night of how did we get here moment on the plane with Sayid, with Hurley, with Ben. What was the loose end Ben was trying to tie? Even Sun didn't have any second thought. It's Jin, no second thought for a daughter. I guess she thinks she's gonna be okay. But yeah, kind of interesting.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened, man? You've done this before.
Where's Ben?
All right. Let's spread out, search the jungle. If we come across anybody from the plane, we'll...
Are they even sure they're on the right island? Oh, it's the Donovan. Oh, it's this guy, I think. I recognize the hair. What's his name again?
Jin?
Oh, it's Jin. Oh my. I thought it was the other dude. The one that was dead delivering the message to Locke from Dharma. So Jin's got a Dharma outfit on. Oh my. He might have. Oh, this is insane. This is insane. Oh man. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. I'm trying to remember what happened with Jin, because Jin was with Rousseau and he went back in time, but he found the other characters. So why has he got a Dharma jumpsuit on? And it looks clean and fresh as well. And that might be a situation of them jumping in time with the island and going back to the Dharma initiative, and he's just wearing, you know, one of the jumpsuits. Maybe he went undercover, for instance, because the van looks clean. And yeah, maybe they're just at that point in time with the island moving. They happened to crash land on the island when something happened before a flash or something along the lines of that. But yeah, Eloise said the island's always moving. And maybe it takes a longer period of time to move. And that's why the events with our survivors on the island, I think it was like 3 months or like 100 and something days they were on the island. It hadn't moved yet. Or maybe, you know, the Desmond turning the key moved the island and we just didn't know about it with the major flash in the sky. But it just moved it in location, and Ben turning the wheel put it in that loop of it jumping in between time and space, and it hasn't been stopped yet. And that's what John's sought out to do. So yeah. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Oh, season 5 is gonna be crazy. We're at episode 6. But season 5 is gonna get crazier and crazier. I feel like they're just going full balls to the wall with it. Balls to the wall with it. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Been Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace. Oh, I completely forgot. Locke turned the wheel at the end of the last episode, and maybe that was his way of going back. You know, back to obviously LA, back to home, and you know. That was, yeah, his mode of transportation back to the real world. And, you know, him making up the alias of Jeremy Bernthal, and then, yeah, him delivering the message to everyone before committing suicide. And maybe committing suicide was his way of potentially going back to the island, or being able to manifest himself from the real world to the island as well, and being able to sort of like, yeah, teleport himself or manifest himself through time. So yeah, so I completely forgot at the end of last episode, or like during last episode, sorry, towards the end, Locke saw Christian and he turned the wheel yet again. So yeah, but I'm not sure if him turning the wheel from the Orchid Station stopped the island jumping through time. It might still be jumping through time. So yeah, we haven't caught up with the other characters on the island yet, bar Jin just right now, ladies and gentlemen. This whole episode was them getting back to the island, and we still have no sight of Sayid, no sight of Sun. Yeah, no sight of Ben too. So I cannot wait to see how it all plays out. But yeah, I just need to add that at the end of the reaction. That I completely forgot that Locke turned the wheel last episode. That was my bad. I'm sorry, I just had more thoughts after that episode. I was about to sit down and start editing the reaction. I was about to export it into Premiere Pro, but I was thinking, I remember Sawyer found an Ajira bottle, I think this season as... Yeah, was it an Ajira bottle or something? So it was from that flight. As they'll, you know, jumping in between different time periods. So maybe that was from that plane crash, the Ajira plane crash, or maybe that was foreshadowing the Ajira plane crash happening itself. Is the loose end? No. Part of me thinks the loose end... Was the loose end Ben trying to tie up Penny? Because I'm worried for Penny now, but I don't think it was... Because I'm trying to remember if Penny's in LA with Desmond, or Desmond went by himself to LA to handle that piece of business. And yeah, I don't know if that was Ben going after Desmond potentially. I hope not. Or Penny. Oh man, now I'm worried for Desmond and Penny too. Oh man, like there's so many factors to consider. My mind is going through a roller coaster of emotions and thoughts at the moment just after that episode. Oh, I'm sorry for like the cuts in between at the end here. It's just because I'd paused the reaction and I have more additional thoughts. I'm just like, you know what? The camera's still on. Let's put these additional thoughts into the video, and hopefully you guys appreciate that. But yeah, this is going to be the last one. If I miss anything, that's my fault. And I'll have to, you know, pick it up in the next reaction. Take care. God bless. Peace.